Hi, I'm here at the industry's largest speed networking session here on the last day of the San Diego show. And what we have going is many suppliers and many distributors meeting each other over a 3-minute period. They get to discuss a specific question. Let's see what they're talking about right now. They're discussing, do you view yourself as a resource or as a salesperson? So we have distributors on the outside, suppliers on the inside of this big ring that we'll walk around, and each are taking advice from each other. So let's walk in and interrupt some people and see what they're talking about a little bit. Interesting to see that how suppliers and distributors view this question. So we're going to interrupt these folks for a second. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Now I'm doing great. Now, what are you guys talking about? Are you talking about this question up here?
Yeah.
Yes,
so
we
what's
are.
the consensus?
Resource.
Resource.
Resource. Be a resource. That's what we're saying? Okay, you guys can continue. So, the idea from them is be a resource. Do not be a salesperson. That's what we're learning here today. So, they each have, everybody has 3 minutes, and then the people on the inside, the suppliers on the inside, have to move one seat to their right. I believe it's their right, right, Joe? One seat to their right. And then they get to meet one or two other distributors. So it's a perfect opportunity for both suppliers and distributors to not only learn from each other, but gain contacts, find out exactly what other people in the industry think, and essentially get new business strategies. So it's a great way for them to not only meet, but also learn. So let's interrupt these folks for a second. How are we all doing here today?
We're doing good.
We're doing just fine.
Good. Now, are we discussing this question, or is there something else that we're talking about?
We are discussing that question and other things as well.
Now, that's great.
Some serious networking.
Now, what else are you discussing here today?
We are discussing her hat products and how they might benefit our company.
Excellent. That's exactly what you should be doing. Go ahead. So we're going to be here as there's a shift change, and you will hear a gong. If you don't hear it, then I'll make the gong. But that will cue the suppliers on the inside of the ring to go one seat to their right. Let's interrupt a few other folks. Let's see what these guys over here are talking about. How are you all doing today?
All right. How are you?
Having a good time.
Doing great. Now, what are you guys discussing here?
Freight.
Discussing freight. All right, that sounds good. And I saw you taking some notes.
Yes.
So what are you writing down there?
Project I need to do for this gentleman here.
Gotcha.
So.
Perfect. Okay, go back to it. Thank you. So you can see how contact information is being shared. They're discussing freight. They probably have a project that's ongoing, so they need to share some not only ideas but contact information, and that's certainly what they're doing. So let's see what others are discussing here this morning. Hi there. How are you all doing today?
Excellent.
What are you talking about? You talking about the question on the screen or something else?
No, we're talking about
We're here about our
products
vendors,
and
not the questions.
There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. So what are you discussing here? New products or
We're
new
talking about
opportunities?
new products that have not yet been seen in the industry that we've brought out and being an ever.
No minimum. So you got some good news.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, go back to it. I don't want to interrupt you too much. So there you can see we've seen people who are talking about the question at hand, which is about how people view themselves as a salesperson. They're also talking about, making new contacts. They're learning about new products. Perfect opportunity for both. Oh, wait, I hear a bell. So this is an exciting thing. At the largest speed networking event in the industry here in ASI San Diego, what happens now is the suppliers on the inside of the ring are all going to move. Oh, see, I was wrong. It's one seat to their left. So they are moving right now. As you can see, the suppliers getting up and going one seat to their left. And now they're getting a new ready, set, network. They're getting a new question to talk about, which is what's most important to you when considering a supplier to work with. So this is an opportunity for suppliers to learn a little bit from distributors on how they choose their vendors. A great, perfect opportunity to learn from each other, get good contacts. So from the industry's largest speed networking event here in ASI San Diego, for ASI TV, I am Andy Cohen.